Steve, Adventure Overlanding. We're at the 2018 elk camp here in Colorado. I was in the process of doing some tuning to my bow, mainly because of the elevation change between here at 10,500 feet and home approximately 1,000. So they have a little bit different, the arrows have a little bit different trajectory. So I was trying to get it tuned in so that it was all ready to go. I'm shooting a Matthews no cam. Personally, I'm looking for something that shoots smooth, draws smooth. I'm only drawing about 65 pounds. I'm not looking for a super fast bow. I'm actually shooting a Carbon Express Maxima, and I shoot the G5 Montec, a 125 grain. I'm into the heavier arrows being better, especially on a larger animal like elk. I use the same setup as whitetail also, mainly because I don't have to switch back and forth that way. So Blake was asking why this particular broadhead. What little experience I have with expandables or mechanicals, I'm not sure. I know that for a fact, as far as what I have here is sharpenable, so I can make sure that it's sharp and has a very sharp tip, which of course gives very good penetration. I don't know if any of you have seen, a long time ago they did a green hide test on chisel tip broadheads, which is old school, where they actually physically pushed a broadhead, or tried to push a broadhead through a green hide. Well, they were back then breaking aluminum arrows, trying to push it through. With a cut to tip, it would just go through. So I'm still in belief of that this is a very good broadhead. It's strong, durable, and again resharpenable. You still need to make sure they're tuned. Blake can attest, I shot an arrow during practice, my practice arrows, and actually clipped another arrow. It was the same broadhead. I used the same broadhead for testing, and it bent the shaft of the broadhead, so when I spun it, it wobbled. So you still need to tune everything, no matter what broadhead you use. I think there's plenty of information out there on how to do that, but the biggest thing is, if you're not confident in your setup on what it can do, you should probably look at it and see. Do some testing, do some reviews yourself, and see how that works. I know there are mechanicals out there that a lot of people use for all species, and it works out fine for them. This has worked out fine for me. So just wanted to bring that up. Matthews, I've been shooting forever. I was shooting Matthews basically when the company came out. I thought it was a good idea, and just kind of held on to it. They're a good company, and for me personally, they're not too far away. They're somewhat local.
Was the Solo Cam the first Matthews bow you bought?
It was. Yeah. And it was a Solo Cam. I don't know, you can't see now, but there's a serial number here. The Solo Cam, I think I might have mentioned that, but it was number 150 or something. I had bought them really early. There was a local bow shop that they were a Matthews dealer, and I went in and shot them in several bows. It was, and engineering wise, it made sense. They were getting, at that time, the same speeds and everything else, so it was something new, but it seemed the correct way to go. And now there's no cams. It's a smooth bow. It is not like the fastest bow in the world, but I want consistency. I want to be able to shoot this bow At home I practice up to 70 yards. I will never shoot an animal at 70 yards, but when I shoot at 70 yards, it builds your confidence up. So when I shoot 40 yards, it's usually right there. Yeah. So I'm talking Blake into shooting Matthew. So, but yeah, anyways, I just wanted to kind of go through that. We're probably going to go through a couple of other things here also, but beautiful day, and thought it would be a good time to kind of explain why I was tuning with elevation changes. Maybe you didn't think of that. Anyways, so we should get on to our hunt here, and again, subscribe, ask questions, or if you have any comments, please let us know. Steve at Adventure Overlanding. On to our next adventure.